If I tap that on tap my bag. Yep. Both of those are frozen solid. Frozen solid.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. I'm Grimm.
I'm Violet.
And Violet decided to get in contact with us, and she wanted to give her bag, her gear, a test. So we worked it out, and I told her when the first available bug out would be. And that's now. And it's cold. It's about 15 degrees Fahrenheit now. Definitely single digits at night. I warned her.
Might snow.
You say what?
Might rain, might snow.
Might rain, might snow. So I warned her, and she said, didn't care. What did you say about it actually?
Can only get better.
Can only get better from here. So, join me and Violet on this bug out adventure. Taking a little bit of a break. So I was going up this hill. I was just telling Violet, these core temperatures, monitoring your sweat, very important. Getting those base layers soaked with your sweat, and then later on tonight when it dips down to what, 9 or probably lower, it's gonna be horrible. I love that you laugh when I say it's going to be horrible. I'm trying to avoid it being horrible. Like Les Stroud says, you sweat, you die, especially when it's cold. All right, well this is going to be home. I was just telling Violet that because it's cold, first priority right out of the gate is to get a fire started. So if you could go grab some, just grab firewood right now. Yeah, so Violet's bringing me more firewood. Thank you, because we got the fire going and it feels really nice. As you can see, we had to use a lot of bark to get off the ground because the ground is just frozen solid. And while I'm tending it to make sure that it's alive, it stays alive, Violet is going out and grabbing more firewood. Teamwork. Well, Violet is setting up her tent now that we got the fire going. What tent is that, Violet?
It's Snug Pack Scorpion 2.
Oh, cool. I'll have to check that out because that's, you set up the shelf first?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice, because that's one thing I don't like about a lot of tents. When you set them up, you set the interior in, and then you put the rain cover after that. What if it's raining, right? This, you put the rain cover up first, and then the interior. I like that.
It's really easy most of the time when your hands aren't, like, frozen.
Right. But I'm keeping the fire warm for you. We're taking shifts, so she's making her shelter, I'm keeping the fire going, then I'll make my hammock while she keeps the fire going so we can go back and forth and keep ourselves warm. I mean, it looks like you're handling it pretty good. Did you practice this at home?
Yes, I did.
So you tapped your gear basically. Do you know what that means?
Yes.
See, she watched some videos. She watched a Bug Out Boys video.
I pay attention and follow directions.
Exactly. She tapped her gear. So if you're curious about that, check out the link that's going to be popping up for the bot. Tap your gear, because when your hands are freezing,
Oh, so cold.
and
Oh,
you
so
have
cold.
to set up your shelter really quick, it helps, right?
Yes.
Yes, it does. All right.
Oh, with this, burn the directions. Open the box, burn the directions. The only thing you need to know is the bent parts of the poles go in the X in the back, and everything else explains itself.
Well, there you go. Some added product information for the Snug Pack Scorpion 2. Violet using my tomahawk to pound in her steak because A, the ground is frozen, and B, she didn't bring a hatchet or tomahawk or machete for that matter. So these are why you come out on bug outs, right?
Sure.
To learn what you might need in the future. But tomahawk doing work. Tent is up. Hammock is up. Fire going well, and we're cooking up some food, so you know what time it is. It's conflicted card time. And the card reads as such. You hear a noise in the back of your house, and you found about 12 orphans scavenging for food in your garage cans. They appear to be kids under 6, 7 years old. Taking them in would diminish your supply timeline by 50%. And you aren't sure you can replenish your supplies once they run out. Plus, it would take manpower to watch over the kids and make sure they don't get in trouble, and there's not a lot of people who do that because everyone in your camp is constantly exhausted from hard work and rationing meals. Leaving these kids to their own devices and fates would mean their death or worse. How would you handle this situation? There. Do you want to go first?
Go ahead.
Violet's letting me go first. Alright, so that's a tough one. That's, you know, I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna be optimistic. I know everybody's working really hard in the camp, and I know there's 12 of them, but let's just say 1 or 2 of them, their off day, so to speak, instead of chopping wood and all of that, is gonna be watching the kids. Now, those 12 kids, you bring them in, yes, it's going to deplete your food supplies 50%. And I know you don't know if you're going to get any more, but now, I don't know how big our original party is, but now you have 12 more assets to your group. Again, I'm thinking kind of positive here, not on the negative side. These are 12 people that you can get to help forage for food. That's 12 more people that can search the grounds. I mean, if they were smart enough to scavenge through your garbage cans, then they're probably smart enough to search through some others. So send them out, make them do work. I mean, I was a kid once, and I had to earn an allowance. Why can't they? Might be a little bit tough for our group, but once they, you know, learn how to do some chores, chop some wood, or just collect kindling, I think in the long run, it would benefit the group. So that's what I would do.
It's hard enough watching one kid. It's hard. No. It's hard enough watching one kid. You can't take on that. And 6 to 7 is a completely unpredictable age range, and you have no idea what size they're going to be. That's first grade, maybe kindergarten, but definitely first grade. And the skill set that you expect those kids to have is way harder. Like, no.
No. So what would you do then?
Let them continue on their way. Eventually they will figure it out, or
So
they'll be able to, yes.
Just turn them away.
It's not turning away, you're just not acknowledging that they're currently in your trash.
So let them have the trash, and then let them...
And then they can continue on their merry way.
Move along.
Move along.
All right. Well, that's cool. Normally you don't do. I mean, I know I'm reaching. I'm glad I reached because you went a totally different direction. So I'm glad. Nonetheless, that's what I think. That's what Violet thinks. And well, now we want to know what you think. So leave your comments down below. Well, we made it so far. Definitely enjoying the windless aspect of being in a shelter, even though we had the fire going. Once the fire dipped down, it got cold. So threw a hand warmer in my sleeping bag in the foot, and toes feel pretty good. And now it's just time to get some sleep. Good night. Day 2. We made it. Violet's over there. It's now her turn to make fire. This is, well, I hope she makes fire by using whatever she brought.
Violet is not a morning person.
Yeah. I'm learning that very quickly. So, but as you can see, it's doing something, and it looks like to be frozen little pellets.
Yeah.
Frozen little pellets are hitting her all around here. So long as it's not actual rain, I'll be pretty happy with that.
It feels warmer than yesterday.
It does feel warmer than yesterday. And
warmer than yesterday.
I would feel better if it was snow, but soon we will all be a lot warmer because Violet is going to make a fire. I hope. And I think our weather has turned from that. Yeah. It started to rain.
Why do you keep breaking? These matches suck.
Is it breaking?
Yeah, it breaks off. It's like the cover on it is a lot thicker, so you want to break it like a regular match where the wood is, and then the wood just breaks off. I mean, you've got time to get it in there, but
there you go.
This is too thin. No bueno.
Well, Violet got the fire going, and it's really important too because if Violet tap my back. Yep. Both of those are frozen solid. Frozen solid.
It was really cold.
It was very cold.
It was really cold.
But already yours is starting to thaw, I can see, and I think mine won't be too far behind it. So we want some nice warm breakfast. Yeah. And then we have to go search for actual water.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
At least it stopped precipitating, whatever it was.
Give it time.
As you can tell, we have been sequestered by the snow. And we put a punky log on the fire, still smoldering. And then I offered a Violet, rather than her be entombed in her tent, come out here in my hammock, because put in good old porch mode, and we can at least enjoy watching the snow and hang out and talk. Because everything that we wanted to do is on pause right now. That's how it goes. Everything stops when it rains or snows. Yeah, so we'll talk about that. So it's time to go to bed last night. And I'm getting in my hammock and I hear all this rustling about. And I'm like, Violet, is everything all right? And she's looking for her hat.
It's gone.
It's gone. To no avail. And we're almost positive we know exactly where it was, and when we went to get water, it was going to be side quest.
For my hat.
For your hat. And yeah, that's not happening right now.
It's going to be so wet. Pom Pom will never be the same again.
Worried about the pom pom.
Yeah. It's cute.
It's a whole new adventure for me bugging out with a girl. Just gonna say that. Whole new adventure. Whole new thing. Well, not to look a gift horse in the mouth. The weather brought us water. I'm gonna use it.
And I wasn't walking all the way down to break off ice. It's too cold.
Yeah, I agree with her. We found some good chunks of ice earlier, but it is quite cold, and I'm just going to take all the water right off of here, and well, there's a ton on Violet's tent. All right. It's dinner time, and we thought we would get started a little bit earlier so we don't lose the light, and as you can probably hear from the camera, it's doing something. I think it's sleeting of some sort. And as always, I'm using my Pathfinder canteen kit. If you really want to know how I think about it, check out the link that's going to be popping up for my review of the canteen kit. Because it's serving me well now, even in these conditions. Well, there's my chili, and that is what Violet made. And last night we were so busy setting up shop that I didn't really bother to ask her what she brought to eat, because I almost always do freeze-dried food or MRE, but she is not. So what did you do last night and now?
Last night was steak fajita, I think. Yeah, steak fajita. And it comes already done in a package. It looks like that. It's just a little smaller. You just rip them open and heat them up.
Huh.
I had them when I was in my dorm.
She didn't need any water or anything to get it going. Just kind of put it in her pot and go.
Yep.
What's the shelf life on them?
A couple years.
Okay. Different foods. And it works.
Today went well. It was not as cold. It was still really cold. There was every kind of precipitation that can happen happened. We didn't get to do some of the things that Grimm was looking forward to doing today, like going to break off the ice, but we figured out another way to get water, and that was cool. And I'm ready to go home. Good night.
Day 3. We are both up and about, and it is a brisk morning with a little breeze, but it's a bit warmer. It is a bit warmer, pretty much. As you can see, all the snow and freezing stuff is gone off of my rain fly, and it's almost all but gone off of Violet's tent, so going to start organizing campsite, but Violet's in for a treat. She gets to make fire again, but without her matches. I think we have a visitor here, and I'm really surprised since it's so cold.
Cuddly in
I
my
see him.
socks.
He's right there. Hey, little guy. Oh, I feel kind of bad for him because I think he stored some acorns in my bag, and did he do anything to you?
I mean, he definitely got some crumbly bits, but he didn't chew anything.
That's the important part.
Look, this is completely fine. Leaving that backpack.
There he goes.
Nope, there he goes.
I hope that is your home. He's got a home right here.
Aww.
Oh, well, first critter encounter of season 4. A little mouse. So
In my bag.
in my bag, and he was stored. He was stored right in here.
There's acorns. You have to leave this.
Look, yep, you can see them. There's acorns and things in my bag. And I'm just really thankful he didn't chew on anything.
Yeah.
Well, I am going to take the acorns out, and I'm going to put them right by his home. I said Violet was going to make the fire, and she can't use her matches because, let's just say, you run out.
Yeah.
Matches do run out. So what I brought back from home is this guy. And I'm not saying that this is something that would replace a Tinder tube, because this is not waterproof. But this is an egg carton fire starter. And actually, if you want to know how to make these for your own home, check out the link. It's going to be popping up for the Pioneer Prep egg carton fire starter. But I brought it out just to test it. And since Violet doesn't have a way to make fire, I thought that give her the egg carton starter and give her a ferro rod.
Okay.
So what you're going to want to try to do, because you never used a ferro rod before, have you? Okay. You're going to want to send a shower of sparks into that. So if you're left-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to hold there and there.
Okay.
Let's do a couple ones just for fun. And you're going like that.
That.
Yes. Zip. There you go. And pull. Oh, you got.
Okay.
There you go. You got it. Here, I'll take this from you, and you bring that to life.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Excellent. Well done, Violet.
Yeah. Hey, thank you.
And we're off. As you saw, the camp has totally disappeared. I am following the reverse bearing because Violet asked me how do I know where I'm going because it snowed. Our tracks are gone. Well, before we went to the bush, I took a bearing, reverse it, get us right back out. I think we gotta try and find Violet's hat.
Yes, we do. I want my hat back.
Yep. Back into the bush. Well, I was just telling Violet that even though we're on our way out, it might not be a bad idea to get some water. And to be honest with you, this is the first running water that we've seen, right? Mm-hmm. So, I figure I'd give this grill a try. So, come over, flat rock, this and that. And now we got some water. Ooh, ooh. There's plenty here, I'm not too worried. That'd have been bad if it was a desert. Gotta watch that. Gotta watch that. You want some?
Yeah. My hat. Oh, and it's dry. And the pom-pom is okay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed this bug out episode, and actually more importantly, I hope you enjoyed this adventure, Violet.
I did.
You did?
I did.
Hope you learned some stuff. Hopefully.
I did learn some stuff. I need a way to process wood.
Yep, definitely a way to process wood. Also a backup for your matches. I mean, matches work great, but a backup.
I was really happy with my shelter.
Yeah, your tent. Yeah, I mean, for being a hammocker, I kind of dug your tent too. So, so yeah, yeah. Well, so would you want to come on another bug out episode?
I would come on another one. I'm pretty happy with the layers that I had on, but I would prefer to come out when it's a little warmer.
Well, you're in luck because you decided to come out when it was the coldest of cold.
I did decide.
So it's only going to get better from here.
It was only going to get better from here.
It's only going to get better from here. So, with that in mind, we'll catch you next time.